Good morning, everybody. We are so glad you're here today. My name's Bill Bushman. I'm the urban forester for the city of Spanish Fork. And I want you to know that this is the 25th consecutive year we've had Arbor Day. 25 years, this is the one. I think that's pretty remarkable. Round of applause for everybody. We live in a remarkable community, and we have a great leadership in this community. We have our mayor, Mike Mendenhall, and the city council. Mayor Mendenhall is going to speak to us in just a minute. But there's a couple of things we need to do first. We call this roll call. So we have 4 second grade classes, is that correct? All right, let's see if you can rise up a cheer for Mrs. Bristow. Are you all in Mrs. Bristow's class? Okay, the students from Mrs. Bristow's class, you rise up and give a big cheer. Pretty good, pretty good. Mrs. Fulmer's class. That's a good one, thank you. Good to see you, Rambo. We have a Rambo in our midst. I think that's pretty cool. Also, Mrs. Olson's class. Whoa, that was awesome. You guys did a good job. And last but not least, I'll probably pronounce the name wrong, Cerveny?
Hey, you got it right. Yeah.
Mrs. Cerveny's class. That was the best of all. Okay, did we miss anybody? I think you're all here. Very good. Well, I want you to know that it's a pleasure to be with you today. We're excited about the program. I know you all prepared a good program for us today. And we got some other things, and at the very end, we're going to plant some trees. So that's what Arbor Day is all about, since it started way back in 1872. It's been around for a long, long time. In the 25 years, Spanish Fork City, as part of Arbor Day celebration, has planted almost 500 trees. So that's a lot. That doesn't count the other trees that we planted in the city, which is in the thousands. So we're all about Tree City, USA here in Spanish Fork. You see a couple of flags up here on my left and right. Those represent Tree City, USA. And we are a member of that prestigious community. We've been at Tree City, USA for 24 years, and this year will be our 25th year, and we'll continue on. Part of that is having an Arbor Day every year. So we're here making history. When you come back in years to come, you're going to see these trees you planted, and you're going to say, that's my tree. And you're probably even going to name it, like Bobby or something like that. That's right. Okay. Well, here's our program for today. We're going to first hear from Mayor Mike Mendenhall, and then we're going to turn it over to the second graders for a welcome and the program, and then I'll stand back up after that. Any questions? No. Mayor Mike, turn the time over to you. Is this mic okay?
Yep, perfect. Thank you, Bill. How's everybody doing? Is this a better place to be than maybe in the classroom today? Just for a minute? Well, I bet your teachers think that's the case too. We're on the home stretch of what, about a month away or less of getting out and having a great summer, and this is a great start to a great summer, to celebrate Arbor Day, to be able to plant some trees and learn a little bit more about how important they are in our community. Like Bill mentioned, by the way, give a big hand for Bill, okay? One of our previous councilmen, Councilman Gordon, he's now a county commissioner, gave Bill a long time ago the nickname, and I don't know if Bill's ever liked it or not. We didn't ask him for approval, but who's ever seen the Lorax? Have you ever seen the Lorax? And the Lorax loves trees, right? Loves the environment. Well, we call Bill the Lorax because he loves trees, and it's so great that Bill and Bart from our Parks and Rec department are here too, that allow Bill to go around the city and make sure that we have trees planted, that the trees are healthy, and that they're growing, and that our parks and our open spaces in this community are second to none. And the reason why that's so important is because of you. Because we're looking to you as the future and want you to continue to grow happy and healthy. And there's no better way to do that than have trees in your city that help produce oxygen, help renew the environment, provide shade, everything else. I'll tell you, the only time I've seen a person mad at a tree is when I'm golfing with Dale Robinson right here. Raise your hand, Dale, right here. Me and Dale golf together sometimes, and sometimes he hits his ball right behind a tree. And he's like, gosh, I wish that tree wasn't there. And I have to remind him, Dale, the Lorax works here. That tree is here for a purpose on the golf course, so don't be mad at it. But I never hit it behind trees. I always hit it just right down the middle. So, do you believe that? Nobody believes that. Nope, nobody believes that. Well, listen, it's great to be here with you. Councilman Cardin is here with me in the black coat. Councilwoman Beck is here in the white. And they are super excited about Arbor Day every year as well. Trees, and you'll hear more about this, but the trees you're going to plant today, what I want to remind you is just like I remind our kids in the community whenever we have a ribbon cutting for a park or something like that. It's similar when we have a celebration for trees. The trees you're going to plant, you know, they're pretty big trees. They're certainly taller than I am. But Bill will remind you they are not ready to hang on, right? They're not ready to be rough with, right? You've got trees around here that are a little bit older trees that certainly we shouldn't be, you know, hanging or ripping off their branches either. But those trees can withstand kids a lot better than these trees, okay? So if all of you live pretty close by, make sure if you ever see a kid or a teenager, sometimes these are just teenagers that do this stuff. I've got a teenager, and I know that. Just remind them, hey, those trees are still growing. They're not ready yet to be climbed in, to be hung on, or to be pushed at, okay? So we've got to take care of these trees, let them grow up healthy and strong, and so they can provide us with shade and fun many, many years down the road. A Chinese proverb that I've always said at Arbor Day, when we've had these events, is the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago, right? And so that's the investment that the city's making in always purchasing trees and always having them in the right places. I'll tell you, I get people all the time that come into Spanish Fork and drive down our main street, especially now that the planting is went in the boxes again, and those trees and those flowers. It just welcomes everybody to our community, and they call me and say, Mayor, this community is beautiful. And so that's what I want you second graders to do, is to make sure to keep this community beautiful. Keep these trees safe so they can grow up, and you can be proud, and someday you'll sit here with your second graders and be able to point out that that was a tree that you helped planted today. So thanks for being here. Thanks for being a part of the best city in the state, in the country, in the world. As far as I'm concerned, Spanish Fork, the home of pride and progress. And have a good day.
Thank you, Mayor. That was a wonderful message. A couple more introductions. We have here from the University of Florida, Dr. Ed Gilman. He is probably the world's foremost authority on tree trimming and tree care. So we'll hear from him just a little bit later. There'll be a question and answer period. So if you got questions about trees, start getting them ready in your mind. We'll be able to ask him. We also have Angel Lopez from Angel Tree Care. He is here with his family. In fact, he lives right across the street. So he keeps an eye on this park pretty close. So he'll also be part of that panel to ask a couple questions for a few minutes. We also have here Principal Perry. And Peary. Did I pronounce it poorly? Principal Peary. Now, are you aware that she is finishing a 30-year career in education? She's retiring. I wonder if we could sing her a song. Principal Peary, can you come up here for a minute? I lost track of where you... Oh, here she is. Let's bring her up with some applause. I'll bet she's the best principal in the whole world. Now, I have a question. Do y'all have a school song? Do y'all know it? Okay, this is your time to shine. Let's sing the school song for Principal Peary. 1, 2, 3, go.
100 years from now in history, I'll open up a book and see a picture of me. You see, I go to school where you understand that moment in you can classify the canyon where the canyon goes. We're red and blue and ready to step it up. We will walk forward and we won't turn our backs. 'Cause we're the canyon and we're making our tracks.
That was wonderful, students. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, we're ready to get started. Oh, there's a question. Okay, we're moving on. Now at this time we're going to turn the time over to for a welcome, and we have some narrators here, so it's time to begin the Canyon Elementary School program. If you're next, come on up. Let's get started.
Hello, everybody. It's so good to see you this morning. Spring has sprung, and now it's time to have some fun. Did you say fun? I love having fun. Me too. What kind of things do you like to do? Climbing trees, playing in the park, and hide and seek are also fun. Did you say climbing trees? That's my jam. That's why we're friends. Climbing trees reminds me of a song about an old oak tree. There's no place that I would rather That song was so beautiful. It makes me want to go climb a tree right now. We can't climb a tree with all these people watching us, but we can listen to Miss Olson's Catch Tree, the Giving Tree.
The Giving Tree by Shel Silverstein.
Walked through the tree, and she loved a little boy. Every day, and he would gather her leaves
And make them into crowns.
and play king of the forest. He would climb up her trunk and swing from the branches. And when he was tired, he would sleep in her shade. And the boy loved the tree
Very much.
and the tree was happy. But time went by and the boy grew older. And the tree was often left alone. Then one day the boy came to the tree and the tree said,
Come, boy, come climb up my trunk and swing from my branches and eat my apples and play in my shade and be happy.
I am too big to climb and play, said the boy. I want to buy things and have fun. I want some money. Can you give me some money?
I am sorry. But I have no money. I have only leaves and apples. Take my apples, boy, and sell them in the city. Then you will have money and you'll be happy.
And so the boy climbed up the tree and gathered her apples and carried them away. And the tree was happy, but the boy stayed away for a long time. And the tree was sad. And then one day the boy came back. And the tree shook with joy, and she said,
Come, boy, come climb up my trunk and swing from my branches and eat my apples and play in my shade and be happy.
I am too busy to climb trees. I want a wife and I want children, and so I need a house. Can you give me a house?
I have no house. The forest is my house.
Said the tree.
But you may cut off my branches and then you will be happy.
And so the boy cut off her branches and carried them away to build a house. And the tree was happy. But the boy stayed away for a long time and the tree was sad. And when he came back, the tree was so happy she could hardly speak.
Come, boy.
She whispered,
Come play.
I am too old and sad to play. I want a boat that'll take me away from here. Can you give me a boat?
Cut down my trunk and make a boat.
Said the tree.
Then you can sail away and be happy.
And so the boy cut down her trunk and made a boat and sailed away. And the tree was happy. But not really. After a long time, the boy came back again.
I am so sorry, boy, but I have nothing left to give you. My apples are gone.
My teeth are too weak for apples.
My branches are gone. You cannot swing on them.
I am too old to swing on branches.
My trunk is gone. You cannot climb me.
I am too tired to climb.
I am sorry. I wish that I could give you something, but I have nothing left. I am just an old stump. I am sorry.
I don't need very much now, just a quiet place to sit and rest. I am very tired.
Wow.
Said the tree, straightening herself as much as she could.
An old stump is good for sitting and resting. Come, boy, sit down and rest.
And the tree was happy.
But not really.
That story makes me so sad and happy. I love that in our classes we've been writing about trees. To anyone want to share one of their poems? Today trees are here. Animals live in the trees. Trees are the best. Bye. My name is Lawson Hurton, and I have a rhyming poem about trees. Trees are nice, so is ice. Ice is nice, so is mice. But trees are good, so are hoods. Trees are best. Birds make nests. I like trees as much as bees. My name is Finley Garner, and I have a rhyming poem about trees. Trees are my thing in the breeze when I sing, so you can see that's my thing with the trees. Bees are in the trees. The leaves on the trees blow in the breeze. Thanks for joining me with trees. My name is Parker, and I have a haiku poem. Arbor Day is when you plant trees, grow into trees. The trees help us breathe. My name is Bridger, and I wrote a haiku poem. Trees help you breathe good, they help you live because wood trees get less paper. Hi, my name is Tate, and I wrote a rhyming poem. You need trees, and trees need you. Trees aren't weeds, and we need more than a few. My name's Kyle Robinson. I made a acrostic poem. Terrific trees grow roots. Extra yummy apples grow on trees. Excellent leaves sway in the wind silently. Hi, my name is Camille Knight, and I wrote a rhyming poem. Trees, trees, standing by me, give me some seeds to plant apple trees.
Those are so good. It's super cool that we get to celebrate Arbor Day with everyone here.
Wait, what's Arbor Day? I thought we just got to stay home from school today.
You don't know what Arbor Day is? It's a special day to celebrate planting trees. It began in Spain in 1805 and is celebrated all over the world. Believe it or not, it's a big deal. Thanks for coming out to celebrate the trees with us now.
Nice work, everybody. That was just an awesome, awesome program. I think in the 25 years, that's the best program we've ever had. Congratulations on setting that standard. It was beautiful. Okay, now it's going to be time to plant some trees. Before we start, I'm going to give you some instruction. I want to thank the parks crew for getting the trees started. They dug the holes and they planted the trees part way up. So it's going to be our job to fill in the rest of the trees. Some member of the parks crew will be at each of the 7 trees, and they will help you line up and take a shovel, and they'll show you how to do some work by getting a shovelfuls of dirt around the tree. Here's a word of caution. These trees are young. They're kind of like baby trees. If you hit the trunk with your shovel, it will hurt them very bad. They may not be crying, but I will. So please be very, very careful with these trees as you plant them. Now we have 7 trees, and I think we have about 85 students. Is that pretty accurate? So we'll have to have 12 students go to each tree. Behind me, you'll see 5 trees that need to be planted. And then over there by the playground, there's another tree. And then there's another tree over here to the west a little bit, to the south. These are called London plane trees. They did get their beginning, at least in the modern era, in London. And London has trees that are London plane trees that have been there for over 300 years. They became the main tree in the city of London. In the late 1800s, they came over to the United States, and we started planting them here. If you go on Main Street, in Spanish Fork, a lot of those biggest trees you see, those are London plane trees. And some of those are almost 100 years old. So they were planted a long time ago. So we're going to have you decide how you're going to split up into 7 groups of 12 or 13 people and then move toward the trees. After that, we're going to meet together here, and we have some refreshments for you as well. So teachers, if we can have your help, and we'll move out to the trees now. Thanks everybody, thanks for coming.